yeah. I'm out there. People know. Trump annoys me. His whole family annoys me. Yeah. The whole kit caboodle. They annoy me.
Talking somewhat about Donald Trump. Hard not to these days. What's your opinion about President Trump?
Oh, sweet Jesus. Well, you know, it's like everyone's waiting for this moment for him to become presidential. I'm telling you. Just rotten to the core. And you know, and not only are they costing us a shitload of money, because he keeps going to that tacky-ass Mar-a-Lago. If you couldn't pay me to spend the night in that tacky-ass joint. You know, they're like, oh, he has to learn how to control his emotions. He has to learn to be measured. You know, but the man is 70 years old. Those are things that you teach kids.
Remember when you had to pretend to like someone at work, but secretly couldn't stand them? Well, multiply that by 1,000,000, and you might understand what Melania Trump deals with every day, according to Wanda Sykes' comedy takedown. We've all seen those awkward moments. The forced smiles, the hand swatting, the stiff body language. Wanda just said out loud what social media has been memeing about for years. And now Melania is reportedly furious that her carefully managed image is crumbling thanks to a comedian who dared to point out what we've all been seeing. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Ever wonder what Melania Trump is really thinking behind those designer sunglasses and that frozen smile? Wanda Sykes just blew the lid off the whole act with a comedy routine that hit way too close to home for the former First Lady. For years, Americans watched Melania move through her White House duties with all the enthusiasm of someone waiting at the DMV.
On Homeland the other night, there was a scene when they were in, I don't know where the fuck they were. No, they were in Iran, and it was showing the guy talking to people, whatever, and I was like, that backdrop looks like Donald Trump's bathroom at Mar-a-Lago. You know, I'm teaching my 7-year-olds those things.
Right.
You know, Trump is 70. He's not going to learn that now.
Yeah.
You know, if he's a dick, he's just going to be a dick. Costing us money. Melania, whatever, won't take her ass to D.C., but I can't fault her for that one either. I would want to be away from his ass too, shit.
Trump fan then. You would say you're a Trump fan.
I am so not a Trump fan. He annoys me. His whole family annoys me, matter of fact.
Yeah. What about the family annoys you?
Okay, look, a friend of mine was at the movies.
Wanda Sykes perfectly captured this vibe, describing Melania as a department store mannequin that accidentally got left outside during a parade. Ouch. But honestly, where's the lie? We all saw those robotic waves and that smile that never quite reached her eyes. The contrast between Melania's carefully crafted image and her actual demeanor couldn't be more stark. Remember that Be Best campaign against bullying? Talk about irony. Sykes highlighted the absurdity of Melania championing kindness while married to what she called the walking, talking embodiment of an internet comment section gone rogue. That's like having a fire safety campaign led by a pyromaniac. Then there were those infamous Christmas decorations that had everyone scratching their heads. Sykes didn't miss the opportunity to roast Melania's bizarre design choices, comparing them to a haunted forest straight out of a Tim Burton fever dream. Those blood-red trees still haunt my nightmares, and apparently Wanda's too. One of the most revealing aspects of Melania's public appearances was her body language around Donald, particularly those hand-swatting incidents that went viral. Sykes suggested Melania was trying to avoid catching a contagious tax fraud charge whenever she dodged his attempts at hand-holding. The audience howled because they'd all seen those clips where Melania seemed to recoil from her husband's touch like he was radioactive. And did anyone else notice how Melania's accent seemed to get thicker as Trump's presidency wore on? Sykes certainly did, joking that by the end of Trump's term, the First Lady sounded like she was auditioning for a role in a Cold War spy thriller.
You know, a friend of mine told me they were at the movie theater and they had to like clear them out a little bit because Tiffany Trump was there. Tiffany Trump came in with Secret Service and they had to move them out. Oh, guess who was here? Tiffany Trump was here with Secret Service.
Tiffany Trump?
Tiffany Trump was there with Secret Service. That annoys me that Tiffany Trump has a Secret Service detail. What the hell? Why does Tiffany Trump have a Secret Service detail? Why? Why does she? Nobody gives a shit about Tiffany Trump. Trump don't don't even like her ass. Is she doing with Secret Service? Don't nobody know who she is. You could be Tiffany Trump as far as I know. Nobody, I mean, you don't know who she is.
Maybe that accent was her version of a security blanket, the linguistic equivalent of hiding behind those massive sunglasses. Let's not forget the plagiarism scandal that dogged Melania from the beginning. Remember when chunks of her speech sounded suspiciously like Michelle Obama's? Sykes turned this into comedy gold, remarking that apparently theft is totally fine when you're lifting entire paragraphs from Michelle Obama. The audience ate it up because the irony was just too delicious. What really made Sykes' routine hit home was how she captured what many Americans suspected, that Melania's stiff smiles and awkward public appearances revealed a woman deeply uncomfortable in her role. As Sykes put it, watching Melania was like watching a woman forced to cosplay enthusiasm. That line alone probably had Melania reaching for her oversized shade. After Sykes' performance, social media exploded with reactions. The hashtag #BlinkTwiceMelania started trending, with users comically suggesting the former First Lady was secretly signaling for help during her public appearances. People dug up old clips of Melania's hand swats and analyzed them frame by frame like they were the Zapruder film. But what supposedly pushed Melania over the edge was Sykes' joke about the former First Lady looking like she was contemplating a long dramatic walk into the Atlantic Ocean and being mere inches from freedom every time she dodged Trump's hand. Sometimes comedy hits a nerve because there's a grain of truth hiding behind the punchline. And how did Melania respond to this public roasting?
Tiffany Trump does not need Secret Service detail. First of all, I have no idea what the girl looks like. You could be Tiffany Trump. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I don't know. I am enjoying the Trump trial. I really am. You know, I know they say he's passing gas and everything. So I like that I'm watching it from home. Why does she have, you know what she deserves? She should have a mall cop. That's what she should have. She needs a mall cop, a dude on a Segway just sounding. They would like put a mic right by his butt. They would mic his seat. They would, oh my God.
They'd have him blasting "Hail to the Chief" out of his,
in classic Melania fashion, with deafening silence. While Donald predictably raged and tweeted, Melania's team issued only a vague statement saying, "She is fine." 3 words that somehow managed to be both dismissive and mysterious at the same time. Was this another case of the lady protesting too little? And what's truly remarkable is the statement from Melania's team, just a weird, robotic "she is fine" that somehow manages to say absolutely nothing while using more words than needed. Classic Melania. Truth is, comedy has always been society's truth serum, exposing what PR teams try to hide. While Donald throws his typical temper tantrums over jokes, Melania's response is the same silent treatment we've seen for years. Her team's emotionless statement speaks volumes about her true feelings. The real joke was never Wanda's routine. It was the ridiculous idea that anyone bought Melania's perfect First Lady act in the first place. Let's be honest, we've all seen those awkward hand swats and frozen smiles. Wanda just had the guts to say out loud what Melania's body language has been screaming for years. Game over, folks. We're all in on the punchline now.